Hey guys, so last time I was telling you about the first chapter of the Needful things I read, and as I can remember, Brian was in the shop of new Needful things, and next I was going to tell you what is going to happen in Castle Rock. So I have read the second chapter now, and I know what happened in the second chapter. So I must say, I like the thing is the shop owner. The shop owner is Mr. Gaunt. So, if I am pronouncing it correct, he is very intelligent in talking with people and making his connections. I don't know how he does that, but I am so impressed with him. I He is like a villain, I know of the story, but I was impressed with his tactics because he is just amazing as a businessman. He was doing it so smoothly. So in the second chapter, when I was telling you about the introduction, there was a character named Polly Shermer, I guess. Yeah, her name is Polly. So the whole town ladies hate her, kind of hate her, because she is so mysterious and makes her hair, does her hair some other way, um, wears clothes some other way than all other ladies of the town. So she is so different from them, and they do not know anything about her. So they are just jealous of her and they hate her, like they talk about her behind her back. um and in the first chap is the in the chapter 2, there was the introduction of the character Polly Shalmers and how she gets the view of the shop, the needful things. So the thing is where at first we need to get the things that the town talks about Polly. So it's a small town, people gossip all around, and there is a thing that everyone wants to know what is everyone else is doing. So for Polly, for Polly, she was like brought up in the same town, but she left, and there was she was going to have a baby or something, and then she just left the town at the age of some 17 or 18. She left the town, and then she only comes back when her mother dies. So then she disappears again, and nobody knows what Polly did at that time, where was Polly at that time, and nothing about her. She is so mysterious. Everyone want, the ladies or anyone in the gossip group they want to know. They really want to know that what kind of lady she is, what she did when she disappeared, like why she came back to the town. And she also comes back when her grandmother dies or something, or that's her aunt. So they are suspicious that she got the money to open the shop in the town, from her aunts. So they are also, there is shown that townspeople are so jealous of Polly. uh, and this happens in small towns. I just know that uh, a person who is mysterious, so people don't know anything about that person, and then they just start guessing what would have happened, how the character is really, all the sorts of things, and they just judge the person, and the rumor starts from those things. The rumors start from those things. But the thing is, so Polly is in the town. I don't want to forget anything to tell you now, so I'm just recollecting everything I have read. So Polly came back to the town so changed that everyone was shocked that she was the same girl and all. Um, so guys, Polly is kind of nice lady, what is what I think. From my point of view, from what I have read, I can say that she is not that bad. Everybody is just taking on her because she is mysterious and they don't know a thing. And they want to know so many things about Polly, like where was she and what happened to the baby. Did she like abort it, or did she have it? Is the baby hidden somewhere? Or if she married, if she had an affair with someone when she had disappeared. So there are so many questions in their heads. They are so jealous of the way she walks and all, and how she is managing. And she has a shop herself in the town that's named You Sue and Sue, like sewing and all. So she's managing so good, and like in a few years she has made really good work in the town. So people talk about her too much but don't know a thing, because she is mysterious, because she is she doesn't tells everyone about herself. She keeps things to herself related to her. And that's why people, even if they try to get some answers from her, they cannot. So that's why they are curious, and but they are also like excluding her from their own society. They are like, if she is not going to tell us, we are not going to accept her or something. This is what is what I understood with the thing that is happening with the character, that they are like, we will only accept you in our society when we will know everything you have done outside of it. you know they cannot relate so much to that character. That's why they are just hating on her or something. I didn't even feel too much hate. There is just like a kind of, what I felt was jealousy. This happens. They are kind of jealous from her because she is so different. And it's like she doesn't even wear clothes they wear. Like, she always wants to be different from them, from the whole town, whole crowd. So that's why they also hate her, I guess. Hate is a heavy word here. I just think they are, what is it, jealousy and obsessed with her. When something is mysterious, even if you say you hate it, you hate how the person does, but you are obsessed over that person, even if you are hating on him or her, but you are obsessing over it. So they are just obsessing over Polly. So that's what I got. And the thing is, Polly is different from the town. So here comes the thing, that when Needful Things opened, then first was Brian, but the whole town was quiet. The small town thing is, no one will go into a shop first. They are hesitating to enter, to be the first person to enter the shop. That is like nothing right now in the town. So this is described that as Polly is always different from the town, she is the one who gets into the shop first, and with like cake in a tupper box or something. I don't know what to call that. Tiffin, can I call it? Tupperware, if I am right. So she just takes a cake in that thing and enters the Needful Things. And then when she enters the Needful Things, the thing I told you, I felt it again. I have told you that I felt that Needful Things is a thing, not just any shop where you will find things, or the person is a villain who just wants to do anything to you. It's like you you are seeing something you wanted to see always, like always. So Polly just enters the shop, and she's seeing a different person. In the Brian's case, there was a old man with blue eyes that were similar to his crush and all. But when Polly enters, she is like, firstly, she is mesmerized by the shop, how good the shop is looking. And she is also like, cannot believe herself, that how can she feel that in a new shop, because she is a kind of person that cannot, what do we say then, that cannot, there is a word when you cannot like things instantly, you know, you need to take time to understand things, and you don't like too many things, so you do not compliment things so much. So she's that kind of person. She doesn't just goes and compliments anything. It has to be like extraordinary if she's complimenting that thing. So she just enters the shop, and she cannot even believe herself that she's watching a shop and she's talking to herself. She cannot believe that she is talking to herself like that the shop is going to work too much amazing in the town, because it looks so good, it is so good. And she cannot believe that she liked a thing just in a, you know, at first sight thing. And then enters the Mr. Gaunt, and he is standing there. And the thing is, as I have told you, I am saying it again, that it is changing as we want to see it. And Polly sees it like a person who is young and like beautiful and charming, and she looks at his eyes, and she's mesmerized with his eyes, and his eyes color is now brown. So he has changed. And then when Polly is just there and they talk, and Polly has arthritis, so she's always like wearing gloves and conscious of her hands. And she just cannot just feel comfortable with her hands, you know. So every time she tells someone this, that she is not comfortable and she has arthritis and all, everybody tries to relate to her, saying that some relative of them is also having that and they suffer this, and she is bored of it. She's like sick of it. So but the thing is, she's meeting him for the first time, so she just tries to do it with him too. But she's like, I know what is the answer going to be. He's going to relate to someone and all. So she just says that my hands, you know, I have had arthritis and I cannot shake hands with you and all. But the thing is, he, Mr. Gone, in like he I knew he was not going to say the same thing. What he did was hold her hands and just say hello anyway. And she was just shocked. She was shocked that first time like any person has like reacted so different from everyone else. And then what happened was, he just goes into the same room from where like he had brought those cardboard things, you know, shoebox. And he goes to the same thing after talking with her a little, and she's mesmerized with his eyes, and she is like thinking like everyone is going to come to this shop, and when they are going to see Mr. Gaunt, they are going to be like, he's so charming, so they are going to like, ladies are going to leave the shop with a crush on him. So this is what she is thinking. She's mesmerized with the brown eyes of Mr. Gaunt. And then he just goes and brings plates and forks and all, and they are eating cake, and Polly's eating cake, and he's just talking with her with about the realtor, you know, the house uh, that he needs to rent a house or something. Like right now he has to live in like up on his shop, on the upper part of his shop. So that kind of thing. And then they were just sitting there and eating a piece of cake. And then what happened, do I remember that? um So the thing is, Polly is expecting like someone saying the same things that she has talked about, like she has uh, like when we say something and we know that what is the answer going to be, but the thing is this person is doing exactly opposite. And in the case opposite, he is also doing something, that should be done at that moment, that would make her comfortable. So I think her mainly need is someone who is going to make her comfortable, and she is getting it right now. He is making her comfortable with his actions, with his words. Everything she has needed, he is giving to her. And then the thing is, she is in love with someone. She is in a relationship with someone, a police officer, I guess it is. I don't exactly remember. I will read it again and then tell you in the later chapters, because he hasn't entered the scene yet. She is like but the name is given, someone is Ellen, someone named Ellen. So she is thinking to herself that if she wouldn't have loved or in a relationship with Ellen, she would have fallen for this man, like right in front of her. So this is what I'm thinking, that he really is giving everyone who enters the shop what they really need in their subconscious mind, not only what they say from their mouth, but what they really need. So he's directly attacking in their mind. This is what I'm getting from here. So the next thing is, Polly tells her that his shop is going to do so well and she will help her, and that she tells her about the workers she has, and the cake is not made by her but by her maid or something. Uh, I forgot the name. I will see it later. But the thing is, she tells him that she hasn't made the cake and her maid has made the cake. Maid has made the cake. So then she says that she needs to leave because she also has work to do. And when she is leaving the shop, she cannot believe that she is saying things to her that she wouldn't have casually just said to anyone. like uh, she just tells him to call her with her real name instead of Mrs. Shammer, or anything. She just tells him to call her Polly, and then he does the same. And she cannot believe that how early she is giving someone the freedom to do that she won't give any person, without knowing them for months or years or something, or taking time for them. like uh, she is she is impressed by him. And the thing is, when she leaves the shop, he is standing behind her and watching her through the his glass window or something. He is watching her glass door, I guess, the glass on the door. He's watching her and just standing there creepily smiling, like creepy smile. You can imagine the lips going higher and higher, and he is just smiling there, and he is looking at her from the window and saying that you will do just fine, you will do just fine, Polly. He is making some plan about things, something. He is going to like mix up all the people in the town, like he has said Brian about some Velma, and now he's saying that Polly is going to be the perfect thing for something. So these are the little things. He is planning something, and something big is going to happen in this town. So the next thing I will tell you about is, so the first person, nobody wanted to be the first person to enter the shop. So now Polly has entered and left the shop. So after 10 minutes or something, when Polly has left, the news of it has gone over to the whole town by telephones and all. It is just spread all over the town. So now people will arrive because they won't be first. And the thing is, they are going to arrive in a group. That's a new shop, so not everyone has the guts to just enter alone a shop. I can't even do that. So I just know that people go in a group. So the next to enter the shop is a group. So I was telling you about the group that enters the shop after Polly. So there are four people. I cannot remember their names. There are four women or girls. They are girls or women. I cannot even. I guess they are women. Is it getting darker or something? Okay. So there are four people, and one is something Barbara. Wait, let me get the names. I always forget things like this. Okay. Uh, yeah. So first one is Stephanie. Second is Cynthia and Barbara and Francine. So their name is Steffi, Cindy, Babs, and Francie. So the thing is, they get into the shop and then. Can you hear my voice over there? Oh my god, they are impossible. Why does everyone keep disturbing me? Oh my god. Let's start it. Let's stop. Let it be. So as I can remember, the four of them entered the shop and they were like looking here and there and looking at the too many things there are getting excited, and there was a rug or something. Yeah, there was a rug on the wall of the shop, and they are like searching for anything that interests them, and they are watching for everything. And there are four people, so they are like, is this good? Is this good? Talking to each other, like taking each other's opinions about what is good. And then Mr. Bond just appears in front of them, and as always, he mesmerizes everyone with his charm. And then the four people there, they are watching the things, but there is a weird thing they find. There is no price tag on the things. The Polly also saw that thing, that there was no price at the things in the shop. And when she asks Gon, like why there is no price tag, so he just says that he is going to let them bargain. There was a certain line that how much do you think it would be for, like some kind of thing, like he's asking them that what can be the cost of that thing. And I guess this was he made a mastermind move on that thing, because like when these four people entered, one of them was which one was that thing? I guess Cindy was the one. Yeah. So Cindy Rose is the one who just looks at a vase. There is a vase, and she just looks at it, and there is no price tag on anything. So she cannot figure out how much will it be, and she knows its price is going to be higher. So when she just asks him that what's the price of this thing, he doesn't tells her. He asks her like, what do you think, how much do you think it is for? And Cindy just is figuring out in her head that what she should say to him, because he is a businessman. But she's like, it's not possible that he can have like known what's the real price of this thing. She thinks that in a New York museum or something it will be like 100 or $150 or higher, but someone can give it for a maximum $100 or something like that, $80 or something. And then the thing is, let me see, I don't want to miss the price. This is going to be really amazing, so I just do not want to miss the price they agree on and all, because these are little details that are making the book so interesting, that what price they are seeing and what price they are getting at, so it is getting exciting. So let me see what is the real price of the thing here. And the disturbance in the background has started again. I'm bored with this. Mm, wait. As I have told you that he is attacking literally their minds. So here he just goes to her and he's like, how much do you think, Miss Cindy, how much is the is the vast can be of world? And Cindy is like calculating in her mind that it can be $150, but it can be $100. But in this thing, I guess Cindy thinks that it will go for $50 at least. The minimum someone can give it for is $50, and this is what she thinks. And the thing that comes out of her mouth that she told him, that she tells him, is that it will be for $17. And he just looks at her and like he's like this, okay, so do you think that it will go for $17? And then the thing that impressed me about his tactics is that he says that, this vase is of $45. Again, he just read her mind. The tactic he used with Brian, do that I told you that he is doing that thing that you are telling him a price. He knows the actual price, but he will go according to your price, and then keep just cut a little amount so you won't have to like pay whole, so that you will not feel like, what's it called, you will feel like you have been discounted in a shop. You haven't been like taken everything away from you. He's not taking everything. He's cutting a minimum that is like, you know there is there are fishes floating, and he is just picking up a fish from water, and then for 2 seconds he is like letting it gas for air and all, and then he is dropping the fish again in the water. That is, if I am saying it in the correct way. I don't know how to say it, but this is what he is doing, in their mind. He is just telling them in the mind that they didn't have to give everything they thought they will have to give. Like, it did satisfy the thing that they calculated it good, right? But still, it was satisfying to them because it was like, balancing their pockets. He is so good with his tactics like this. He impressed me with these things, and I think if I were in the town, I would also be his victim. And I'm thinking that. So the thing is, she is getting the vase, and when they are leaving, she is also taking the opinion of her friends that, did I do the good deal? And they are like, yeah, who can give it for so less? So she's so excited, she is humming and jumping and taking the vase in her hands, and the thing that was like 100% on the target. I was impressed at there, but the perfect spot he hit 100% was when he just told her, when she was leaving, that he had one more vase of the same kind, like the twin of that vase, and she can get it for the same price if she comes the another day. He is giving them satisfaction, and then he is giving them a trap that they will come more and more again into his shop. He is not going to leave you, like he's not letting you leave. So she was just thinking that this vase is going to look so good on my some table or something in my house. And then when she is leaving and he is telling her that there is a twin of that thing, she is like, oh my god, I can place the exact two models of the same vase, like twin vase in a, like there is a um, table, I guess fireplace. Upon her fireplace, I forgot the word for it. So she is like, I will put one here and one here, and let the thing is, it matches her background, the vases designs and all, it's perfectly matching with her um, background. So she is like so excited. She's like, oh my god, I can have the twin and it will look so good, it will ace the background and all. So you see, he is playing with their mind. And the thing, after hitting the target, there is a bonus point Stephen King gave us, is that when they are leaving the shop, they four of us are talking, and one of them is saying that, did you see his green magical eyes? How pretty they were. I knew it, I knew it, that he's changing according to the person, and the others like are replying, thinking of some other color, and they are saying, "Oh, we did not even look at his eyes too much, I don't remember." So Cindy is thinking that maybe she saw gray eyes, but maybe she just forgot, she didn't care about it, so she doesn't remember, is what she is thinking. But I know that she was thinking right, they can see different colors because they are expecting different things from the shop, so that kind of thing happened with the group there. And this was so amazing to read. And after this comes one more thing that just was fucking amazing. I'm sorry to use this word. So I am going to tell you about this thing. After they went at late at the afternoon, there are too many peoples coming in the shop, too many peoples coming in the shop, and there is, like, as Polly has said, that there will be crowd in his shop. So it's also first day, so of course everyone wants to check out the shop, so everyone is there. And there are two kids, and they are looking at some comic books, and they uh, don't know how much would it cost, just like the others, as it doesn't even have price tags and all. Everyone is wondering that why don't the things there have price tags. But we know, right, we know that he is going to play with them. I think he is there to play with them. He is not there to do business or earn money for himself. He is bored, and he just wants to play games. And he has chosen a perfect small town, and he will play with everyone in the town. He will just mix them up and will make something that will create a story, or he will feel good, or he will swallow everything. Something, he wants to be entertained, like a devil board coming to earth and just playing with people. That's kind of thing he is doing. He is just in a town, and he is attacking their minds. So he's like, he can read their minds, everything, the things they are not even telling themselves, he is attacking those things. He knows what is in their subconscious minds, and he is going to play with them all for his entertainment. That is what is going on this book. And the next chapter, this is one of the most amazing chapter I read, because it was like my jaw dropped in this chapter. Because I will tell you why this happened. Just wait a second. Yeah, so I was telling you about the last thing in this chapter that ended the chapter, and it was really so weird. Like, my jaw dropped for like whole minute in this thing. The thing is, there are two more ladies that entered when there is like too many crowd in the, again the disturbance. Why I am telling about so exciting things. Ah, क्या मैं call So listen. There is a thing that Rosale, one lady is Rosale, and when there is like too much crowd in the shop, and there is one lady that is Rosale, and the second is Nettie Cobb, Nettie. So let's call her Nettie. So she was married and she is now like widow. She is a widow for like 14 years or something. Yeah, she is a widow for 14 years, and she tells that to Mr. Gaunt when she calls her Miss Cobb. So she says that it's Mrs. Cobb, even though her husband has like died 14 years ago. So the thing is that there is given that Rosale and Nettie just enters the shop, and they are also watching things like that. Rosale works at the police shop, and Nettie is the person that made the cake that Polly brought, and she had told Mr. Gaunt that Nettie Cobb had made that cake. So when she is in the shop, he mentions that he was so glad to eat her the made the cake made by her. Sorry. So it's like Rosale and Nati are best friends kind of things, but Nati is kind of a shy person. She doesn't talk too much and she gets startled every time. Like she's like shocked. Oh my god. She jumps like this whenever someone is talking to her. So whenever Gaunt is telling, like asking her something, and she is just looking at other things, she is getting shocked. And it is written then that in her past her mother used to beat her, but she loves her mother so much, but she cannot, she is like traumatized kind of thing because of the beating she got in her childhood, but still like she loves her mother. She cannot hate her mother even though she had a rough childhood. So that's why she is so like she gets scared suddenly if someone is talking in a higher pitch or something that is going with her. So they are talking and she is looking at some glasses, carnival glasses. I haven't seen them, but there are carnival glasses and she is looking at them. I didn't think that this was necessary, but I will look it up what is carnival glasses. I forgot to look it up. I was going to. So I just thought something it is going to be something beautiful. I will look it up. So she's like looking at them and leaving everyone else. Mr. Gaunt is like watching her. I'm sorry, watching her that she is looking at them, and after talking with everyone else, he just goes to her, and the thing my jaw dropped at was he is telling her that he has got them like in his shop if she would like to like come by his shop some other day, or he's giving a specific day to her that on the day she will come, I have these things more and I have eaten your cake, so I can like give you those things in discount or something. He's using his tactics again here. But the thing is, what made my jaw drop here is I am telling you this, I am reading this. I am reading this out. I'm embarrassed to read this. I don't know, but just I'm telling you what was going here. So he's telling that he is telling her that you made the cake Polly bought this morning. So Nettie is asking him, was it all right? Like she is shocked. She's like nervous, and she's asking him, was the cake all right? Did it taste good? But she is thinking in her mind that he should say, no, it's not all right, Nettie. It gave me cramps. It gave me the backdoor trots, in fact, and so I'm going to hurt you, Nettie. I am going to drag you into the back room and twist your nipples until you holler, Uncle. Oh my god. My jaw dropped at this for a whole minute. I was like, book was in my hand, and for a whole minute, I was like, Like, what, dude? What? This is what trauma does to you. See, I also understand these things that people want intimacy, and the only thing they have experienced it is through torture or something. So they cannot just get intimate with everyone and show their emotions they want to show. When they are attracted to someone, they just want the similar um, thing they got whole through their childhood. This is my opinion. I'm not saying that this is the truth. This is what I think, that what this is what happens, that when you are getting a type of love, you are getting love in a kind since your childhood. Like, you will expect everyone you love to treat you that way. If you will want love, you will expect them to treat you that in that exact way you have experienced whole your childhood. Your mindset will go like this. So this is what is going to Niti. I also felt a little sad for her while thinking this, even though my jaw dropped and I was like, so it it was like, so I couldn't say anything, but I know I was sad at that moment for Neti. I was like, please God help her. she, she is like so fragile. I was thinking that she is so fragile. Like, I don't have anything to say. God, it was so weird to read this, and I couldn't say anything. I couldn't even read anymore. For a whole minute I was like, what the fuck? How you are standing in a shop between people and you are watching at a man? So that is why I'm telling you, right? He is just attacking their minds. She just thought that because he is kind of me, I am thinking that he is looking so attractive in her eyes that she is thinking that way, standing there. So every time he is asking something, she goes something like that in her mind. So this was the thing that I was like, that was jaw dropping moment in this chapter. So next was a little like, what is going to happen again. So kids are uh, leaving the kids are leaving, and then there was a entry of Cora and Myra, Brian's mom and her friend she was talking to on the phone. I was thinking that their entry will be more amazing than this, but they just entered between all this, like, this is going so much, and they just enter, and it was not so exciting. I thought it would be Cora being in that shop. And I got to know in this chapter that she is fat lady and Cora and Myra are fat, and even like, this is described in the book that even a more fat lady enters in the shop. And then there was a thing, Brian was in the shop and Brian was thinking that the Elvis Presley photo frame or something, his mother would like, and he was right. Like, his mother was looking at it like, she was excited to see it. She literally just gave her more attention to that thing, as Brian had thought. And this was the only thing that happened with Cora and Myra in this thing. I was expecting more, but there was not. And the thing is, the other character that entered the shop is like, when she enters, she is like watching at the rug on the wall, and Nettie sees her, and Nettie gets like angry or something between the talk of Mr. Gaunt and herself, and she just walks out of the shop. And then Mr. Gaunt sees, like, amused, like, what happened here, and he is asking to Roselle that what was that. And Roselle was like, there is something going between them, they don't like each other or something that kind. It was not defined what had happened, it was just there is something. And then Roselle is best friend, so she needs to go with her friend, so she also leaves the shop. And before she leaves, he asks her that who is the lady, what is the name of this lady, I don't know her. He's like, who is that lady? So she is like, you don't know her, right? She is um, Vilma, the same Vilma that he told Brian to do something about. Like, and he is so acting here that who is Vilma? How did he tell Brian about Vilma if he doesn't know her? I'm sorry. Did I I got confused, I guess here. Like, he is talking about Vilma. Either I am getting it wrong, or he is like really acting it out. Like, he told Brian to do something about Vilma that Brian forgot, and I guess this is the same Vilma that has entered the shop, and now he's acting in front of Rosale that who is the lady and what and all. So I think this is the Vilma he was talking before. And the thing that happened after that is Rosale leaves, and then what happens is kind of the chapter's ending was like that. Like, the thing that I told you that he wants to play with the characters of this town is what at this point it struck to me that he really has no like he's not a kind of villain that is here for some revenge or anything, but this is the point I really it hit me like he is extracting some entertainment for himself from these people. He is here for not for some other things, but for his entertainment, a little entertainment that he will do in this town, he will have from this town, and then he will leave to another town and then will exploit them, kind of thing. It's just entertainment for him. That is what I'm getting till now. Like, I will read a next chapter, so I maybe it will be something different. So this is what I got. And the last thing is that Cora, Brian's mother, Cora, taps him on the shoulder and asks him that how is that picture of the king, like Elvis Presley's picture, how much it cost. She is asking him, and he just smiles and turns towards her, and his dialogue here, matlab, dialogue, he just says, like, it's his line, the trap, the starting line of the trap. He is leaving in front of her now. Well, let's talk about it, he said. How much do you think it's worth? This is the line that is like a first thing, first step of like expanding his trap. The first thing that goes for the trap, the first step of the trap is how much do you think it's worth? And maybe the thing I was looking for, because I was excited about what will Cora do, what will Brian's mother do, and Myra when they will enter the shop. This, I think it is going to start in the chapter 3. I was so excited about it, but their entry was just so normal. It was not that excited because the netty thing got me more excited about the chapter. So the thing I expected about Cora's entry into the shop was not to do, but I think now it is going to get good. Like, what is Cora going to do for that thing? And he is taking in everything, everyone in his grasp with his subconscious mind. He is going to give all them what they actually need in their subconscious mind. So this was the end of the chapter 2, and I will tell you what happens in the chapter 3 after I have read that, and it's enough for today. One more thing I wanted to tell you about. I was watching Stray Dogs, and I'm in love with Dazai. I'm in love with him. God, how beautiful he is. Should I end this video after saying this? I don't know what should I say, but I am getting obsessed with BST. I am getting obsessed here. uh, but I don't like really feeling depressing or sad emotions. I am getting more and more scared because I was scared to start this anime, but I'm getting more and more scared because it is really telling me that it is going to be something like it is going to break my head apart. It is just going to be so emotional. I am so scared. And when you like a character, then it is so it takes power over your mind, and it is happening to me. I was scared of this thing, but I have started it now. I cannot end it. Okay, so I will meet you in the next video. Bye bye.